Section 1. The new assembly line code, not cars, then versus now. A factory line once changed how people lived and worked. Today, a line of code is doing the exact same thing. In 1908, Henry Ford introduced the Model T. He did not invent the automobile. He did something far more profound. He invented a new way to build cars. He used the moving assembly line to make them quickly and cheaply. This simple but powerful innovation put cars within reach of the average person. The world was never the same again. Towns expanded. Suburbs were born. Roads stretched across continents. The Model T was not just a product, it was the engine of a new world. That's the idea. Section 2. Mass accessibility, from rare tool to common utility. The first major idea is mass accessibility. Before the Model T, the automobile was a luxury item. Cars were expensive, handmade novelties reserved for the wealthy. They were difficult to drive and even harder to maintain. Henry Ford's vision was different. He wanted to build a car for the great multitude. His assembly line drastically lowered the cost of production. Suddenly, a family of modest means could afford a car. This widespread access is what truly transformed society. The car went from being a toy for the rich to an essential tool for millions of people. It connected rural communities to cities and created a new sense of freedom. We see this exact pattern repeating with artificial intelligence. For many years, building and using AI systems was prohibitively expensive. It required massive data centers, teams of PhDs, and budgets only available to the largest tech corporations and governments. Early AI was rare and powerful, much like the first handcrafted automobiles. Now, a profound shift has occurred. Tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Midjourney are available to anyone online, often for free or for a small subscription fee. This is a revolutionary change. An entrepreneur can now generate marketing copy and product designs with a few simple commands. A student can get help drafting an essay or understanding a difficult concept. This newfound accessibility is spreading power at an astonishing speed. It is no longer confined to the elite corridors of Silicon Valley. A small nonprofit can use AI to write grant proposals. A local artist can create breathtaking digital art without needing to code. A teacher can design personalized lesson plans for every student in their class. The technology has become a utility, much like electricity or the internet itself. It is a foundational layer that people can build upon to create things that were previously unimaginable. Just as the Model T enabled countless new businesses, from motels to gas stations, accessible AI is sparking a wave of innovation from the ground up. The implications of this mass access are enormous. When a powerful tool becomes simple and cheap, human creativity is unleashed. People find uses for it that its original creators never envisioned. Well, yeah, that's the point. Section 3. The Great Reshuffling: How Work Will Change. The second big idea is the disruption of work. The Model T was not just a convenient new way to get around. It was a force of creative destruction. It swept away entire categories of old jobs: stable hands, horse breeders, carriage makers, farriers. The transition was difficult for many who had built their skills and businesses around the horse-drawn economy. Entire industries that had existed for centuries vanished in the span of a single generation. However, the car also created a vast number of new jobs. Entirely new industries emerged and grew to an enormous scale. Factory workers, mechanics, engineers. A sprawling network of roads had to be built, creating jobs for construction workers. The oil and gas industry boomed to fuel the new machines. Motels, diners, roadside attractions. While some jobs were lost, many more were gained. The nature of work was fundamentally reshuffled, creating new opportunities and new paths to prosperity for millions of people. Artificial intelligence is poised to cause a similar great reshuffling. Some tasks, particularly those involving routine information processing, can now be automated by AI. This may reduce the demand for certain types of administrative or data entry roles, summarizing documents, writing basic code, creating simple reports. This change can be unsettling. Some workers will need to adapt and acquire new skills. Yet just as with the automobile, AI will also be a powerful engine of job creation. The third important idea is to recognize that current AI is still in its infancy. The first Ford Model T was a marvel for its time, but it was a primitive machine by today's standards. It was noisy, uncomfortable, notoriously difficult to start. It lacked basic safety features like seatbelts, airbags. It had no air conditioning, no GPS navigation, and no entertainment system. If you showed a Model T to a driver from today, they would be struck by how rudimentary it is. It was the beginning of a journey, not the final destination. Over the next century, the automobile evolved dramatically. Engineers made countless incremental improvements. Cars became safer, faster, more reliable, and more comfortable. They gained features early drivers never dreamed of. The modern car is a sophisticated piece of technology, packed with computers and sensors. It is the result of decades of continuous innovation built upon the simple foundation laid by the Model T. AI today is very much like that early Model T. It can do amazing things. It can write surprisingly coherent essays, generate beautiful images, and answer a wide range of questions. But it is still fundamentally a basic technology. It often makes factual errors, sometimes called hallucination. It can perpetuate the biases present in its training data. It struggles with genuine reasoning and common sense, and often lacks a deep understanding of context. We are still in the very early days of making these systems reliable, safe, and aligned with human values. We must view today's AI as a primitive foundation. Engineers are constantly improving it. Future versions will be more accurate, more capable, and better at nuance. So, what should we do now, standing at the dawn of this new era? The response should not be panic or dismissal. Instead, it should be a calm and deliberate effort to adapt and to shape the technology's path. The first step is to learn the basics. Just as learning to drive became essential in the 20th century, basic literacy in AI tools is becoming essential in the 21st. We should encourage everyone, students, professionals, to experiment with these systems. Understanding their strengths and weaknesses is the first step to using them effectively and responsibly. Second, we must double down on uniquely human skills: creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, complex problem solving. The future of work will be a partnership. Machines handle data processing. Humans provide judgment, ethical oversight, and the creative spark. Third, we must proactively build the rules of the road. We need thoughtful regulations and ethical guidelines that maximize benefits while minimizing harms such as bias, misinformation, and job displacement. Companies must be transparent about how their systems work. Governments must ensure AI is used safely and equitably. This conversation must involve everyone, not just technologists. The Model T did not create a perfect world. It brought traffic jams, pollution, and accidents. Yet it opened a world of opportunity and improved life for billions. AI presents a similar trade-off. It will create new challenges we must confront. But we should not let fear of the future prevent us from building it. Embrace adaptation, focus on human-centric skills, shape fair rules to steer this technology toward a future that is prosperous, creative, and equitable for all. Huge thanks to Thunderbird Perch for making this video possible. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. Think about it. A new world awaits.